everyone and welcome back to the channel. I've not been on for a few weeks because, well, it's been so rainy and wet and miserable and cold that I've not been able to get down to the allotment as much as I want to. So I've literally just been at home. I've done a bit more sewing, which you'll see coming up in the video. But other than that, I've not done anything, so I've not been able to post anything. So you'll see my Dahlia troubles, should I say? Is it really troubles? You'll see my Dahlia story coming up shortly. And I have done a little bit of sewing my Christmas dinner, so that's coming up. But other than that, I've not done anything. It's been miserable, and I'm sure it's been miserable for you guys too. It's been just not been able to do a thing. So I'm glad that it's the end of February and we can get it out of the way, and then come March, well, that's when the fun begins apparently. And I don't know whether to be excited about it or panic. But yeah, I think at the minute I'm excited because Richard's going to put my polytunnel up. Also, my last video, I said that I'd got an announcement, so that is also coming up in this video. So keep watching and let me know what you think. Look at this, guys. You won't believe what's on my kitchen floor. Yeah, that's right. Dahlia tubers. 20 have just arrived. 20. They were £1 each. So I couldn't not. But where am I going to store them? Where am I going to put them until I can plant them in late spring? Will they be all right in the box that they came in? Oh my gosh. Yes, I am currently sat on the kitchen floor looking at 20 Dahlia tubers. They were £1 each. Couldn't not. So what have I got? 6 Mediterranean. I've got 6 cafe au lait. I've got 5 dinner plate collection. Wander's Capella, Bodacious, Ferncliff Illusion, Akita, and AC Dark Horse 1. No, just AC Dark Horse. And then I've got 3 Sylvia Dahlias. Is that 20? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it is. So my question is, can I just keep them stored in the box that they came in until late spring and keep them somewhere dark? Or have I got to store them somewhere different? That is the question. Do I need to keep them somewhere cold? Should I put them in the garage? Oh, I don't know what to do. Oh, what are we going to do with all of those, Tilly? Oh. Right, a really cold day today, but there's no rain, so making the most of it while we can. I think you can see behind me allotment there. My garlic and onion bed there, I'm going to do some weeding in there, and I'll show you the weeds because they're quite bad. So yeah, that's my plan for today. You can see Richard's here today because this is what he's going to be doing today. So this is our plot, 28A, and this is my announcement. Yeah, you guessed it right, guys. We've taken on next door, 29. I don't know what we're doing. We're crazy, but we're doing it. So Richard's come up today, and his plan is with this machine, rotavator, is going to rotivate this front bit. You can see it's got standing water, so we want to churn up the ground a bit. Obviously, as time goes on, the less churning of the soil we want to do. No dig, preferably. But at the moment, we can't do anything on this while the ground's like this, so we're going to churn it up a bit, get it level, because you can see it's not level. Can you see that big pile of wood, twigs and branches all down here? It's rather large, and we were going to have a fire and burn it, but instead we're going to make a dead hedge. So along our border here, all the way up, that's rubbish, but yeah, we're going to make a dead hedge with it, which would be better than having fires, and it would be better for the wildlife and all the little animals that want to live in there. Brassica cage is still holding up well. So yeah, lots of standing water, look at that. So it all needs a big sort out. This, let me stand back a bit. Can you see this, where that cone is? Can you see I've made a circle of bricks? I'm going to dig that bit out, and I'm going to have a Montbretia, or I think these days it's called a Crocosmia. I'm going to have one of those in there in memory of my amazing father-in-law. They were his favourite. So I'm going to have that in that circle, probably with some other little bits in there as well. The cone did mark out the middle, but it's fell over in the wind. So that's the plan for that. And then this is all going to be rotivated and have some new beds. Here's the garlic and onion bed, full of little weeds. Can you see all in between? So I think my job for today is to take this netting off, get in there and get those weeds out. But other than that, I think the garlic and onions look okay. They're going a bit yellow on the top, but they've only got a few months till June until they're going to be ready. So I think they're okay. I'm going to leave them be anyway, just see what happens. But yeah, weeding for today. Also, just realised as well, and I've only just, well, Richard noticed actually, that pile of rubbish to the left there has been dumped on our plot. Not ours. It wasn't here the other day when we came up. So that's really disappointing to see that someone's just thought that, I mean, they probably just thought this is an abandoned plot, but deal with your own rubbish, not for the council or anyone else to deal with. So I might have a quick look through and see if I can get any clues of who it belongs to. Probably won't. And I will be reporting it to the council. But yeah, really disappointing to see that we've got people like that around here. Right, so I'm in my utility room, back in here, and today is sowing my Brussels sprouts and leeks. Apparently if I sow the Brussels sprouts today, I'll have sprouts for Christmas. So yeah, that seems such a long way off, but I'm going to give it a go today, sowing my Brussels sprouts and leeks. Let me just show you how I'm doing it. So yeah, I'm on my floor, my utility room floor. I could be up at the shelf, but I'm just down here for the time being because I'm actually sieving the compost. So I've got my little sieve here, getting all the big bits out of the compost. And this is what I've done so far. So I've not finished. I can see that the modules are a bit uneven at the minute still, but that is sieved compost. And I'm going to do my Brussels and leeks in this one module tray. I think that will be enough. I don't think I'm going to need any more than that. I don't want to be overgrown in my house with seeds, so that's what I'm going to use. I've already moved my brassicas into the garage under grow lights, so they moved yesterday. They're all cozy and warm in there. It's about 10-11 degrees, and I did spend a few days hardening them off, so they should be absolutely fine out there, no problems at all. So yeah, I'm going to carry on with this sieving the compost, and then I'll get sowing. Okay, so that's the Brussels sprouts and the leeks sown. There we go. Now I'm going to put them back on my shelf, but apparently I don't need the grow lights just yet, not until they start emerging, so I'll just leave them on the shelf for now. Just before I put them and leave them on the shelves for the next week or two, I've also noticed that I've got some of those little flying flies flying around the plants. I noticed it on my brassicas, there was a few. And I've just noticed that when I was sieving my soil a bit ago, I saw another one. But I am prepared for that, and I've got these little butterfly shaped yellow things that can go in the soil, and they're basically sticky traps. So I'm going to put one of those on. I know I can't do anything about if there's any eggs laid in the compost already. Nothing I can do about that. But when they start flying around and become adults, it will trap them and stick them to it so that they don't cause any harm. So I'm going to put one of those on as well. Okay, so I'm sat on my kitchen floor here, sorting my dahlias out that you saw earlier in the video. I watched a YouTube video today of a lady called Sophie Valentine. You've probably heard of her. She's done a couple of videos in the last week about dahlias, and I watched them, and she's given me some really amazing tips on how to look after the dahlia tubers that I've received. Now, as you know, I received 20 of them, and they were only £1 each, so I couldn't not. So I've basically watched her video on how to look after the dahlia tubers until they're ready to be planted out. So here you can see me with food bags, labelling them up, putting a bit of compost in them, and then putting the tubers inside. And then the idea is you just leave them on a warm windowsill in your house until you're ready to either pot them or plant them outside when it gets a bit warmer and the risk of frost is gone. So yeah, that's what I'm doing at the minute. I'm just bagging them up. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much again for spending your time with me and watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. If you do like it, please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any others coming up, because I am going to be doing a journal all through this year on my allotment, showing you what I'm doing, what's gone wrong, what's gone right, that kind of thing. So if you do want to follow me, please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks guys. Bye.